Hi everyone, it's Cherie from 12x12 Cardstock Shop, and today I am bringing a file from 3dsvg.com, which is Dreaming Tree. There are so many files, I just don't even know where to start. And this is called the Clover Treat Basket. I did upload it into Cricut Design Space. I did not make any changes. It imported at 8.3 in width for both pieces. I just cut it out as is. The only thing I had to do was attach the score lines, because when I went to go cut it, the score lines popped up on a black sheet of paper instead of my green. So I just backed back out to the canvas, put a line over the pieces that are solid, and just clicked attach. That way then my score lines were perfect. I did not have to move anything. So my little paper here with the clovers came from Doodlebug Season Pack. I got that from 12x12 Cardstock Shop, and it is called Lots of Luck. It's double-sided paper. I just figured it went perfect. And then my green is just the grass, the color grass from American Crafts. This green came out of the multi-pack glitter cardstock pack from 12x12 Cardstock Shop. Everything I'm using is from 12x12 Cardstock Shop paper and glue-wise. Now, before I start gluing this together, these are on Amazon. I know that you guys ask a lot. They're called fine line applicators. And I put my art glitter glue into them because it just gives me a little bit better control and size. It's easier for me to hold. So I've cut everything out, and we're going to start gluing. I'm not going to fast forward this just because this is pretty cut and dry putting it together. We're gonna start by attaching the little leaf to the big leaf, and make sure you have a bone folder or something to crease your score lines on your box. But I just figured this would be cute for candies or some of my tools that I use as far as scrapbooking. And I just think that it will be perfect for stuff on my desk. I didn't ink it, which I usually ink everything, but I just figured since I'm going to be using it, that we would hold off on the inking. I have a little piece of tape right here that I'm trying to pull off. So we went ahead and I centered that the best I could. There we go. I just went here and to these points right here. I'm going to set that aside. Let me lay my glue bottle down. And now we're going to glue the box together, which I've already scored it. And I did each one at a time. The bottom, they get folded up. And I did find that folding them all first and laying it down, and then doing the bone folder across makes it easier. You have one here. These I did fold all inside, but I found out that they're actually going to come outwards the opposite way, because that's going to be what holds our clover. So we're going to start by gluing or double stick tape this side right here. That way we can close it off. And don't put too much, just because you don't want it to come through here. But I did do something else to the box, for the box, I should say. Excuse me, we have wind starting in California for another storm. Yay. The weather's crazy. So what we're going to do is we're going to line up the edges the best we can, and you can fold it if you want and do it that way. Just give it a hold for a second, because art glitter glue is very permanent. It does dry very fast. So you are going to have a solid piece, and that is going to be what goes on the bottom. Excuse me. If you don't have a bone folder, bone folders come in all shapes and sizes. I know this is a matte scraper, but I use this sometimes. And this is a felt tipped squeegee from Amazon as well. So it just depends on whatever you have. Even like an old gift card will work. And we're going to glue the bottom. But if you don't have a bone folder, grab a pencil or something with a flat end. That way you can push your flaps down onto the base and give it a good seal. I'll show you what I mean in just a moment, as soon as we get this dry. Double stick tape works great on these as well. Let me make sure that I have that. Yes. All right. I want to make sure we're as even as possible before I start pushing down. As I said, art glitter glue is very permanent. It does dry very fast. Okay. So I'm going to flip the box upside down, and you can use your pencil or your bone folder, whatever you have that's long, even your finger. Let me see. Yeah, your finger will work just as fine. Now I did dig some old brads out because in the picture the brads are going to hold the handle. And these are probably 15 years old. They are, I want to say, from Michael's or Joann's, back when I actually used to leave and go to those places, but now everything's online, so you can find them. You just have to search brads and they'll come right up. Now we're going to glue our piece down. So let's go ahead and put some glue. And like I said, this is art glitter glue. It comes in a bottle from 12 by 12 Cardstock Shop, and I just fill up my little bottles. They're skinnier for me. Even with the skinny bottles, I just tend to drop them a lot. And plus, these, I fill up several of them. That way when one starts getting low, I just grab the next one. We're going to push the inside and pinch the Clover down to the lip that's on the underside. That way it'll actually grab, and so you can't see it. And after that, I'm just going to turn it over and go along with a bone folder. It does not matter which one. I actually have several more. I've been collecting them for so long. This is really old. I think that came with my original Cricut cut set, and that's part of the gum and green paper, and I just haven't taken it off, but I have so many of them. I just grab whichever one's next to me to do the job. So here we have this so far. Now this is going to be the little handle, and this is where the brads come in. If I can grab one, there's holes, so you're just going to line the hole up and push the brad through. If you don't have brads, you can glue it or create your own. This is why I used a skinnier bottle. As you can see, my hands shake. Not anything abnormal. And we're gonna, I have the brad splitter in the drawer. I just didn't grab it out. Where you just stick it in between this and it'll actually open it for you. I'm going to poke it through first and then find the hole just to see if I can not drop it. There we go. So now I used glitter paper for the top of it. And I know it's going to cut out solid, but I just thought glitter paper would give it a little bit more personality. And the other thing now, that will dry very quickly, but I'm not centered, so let me fix that. Okay. The last part is there's some squares that are going to cut out with the file, and the smaller one has the hole. I contoured the that SVG to remove this hole so it cut out solid. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to glue these around the box. I didn't cut out anything fancy. I just seen that they matched, and I don't know what that was for with the hole in it, but I decided to cut them out on pattern paper. That way I can add a little bit more personality to my box. And the two squares, the one with the hole in it, the reason I'm mentioning that is it is a little bit smaller than the one without the hole, and it fits where you can actually see a little bit of your base. It just fits a little better. The other one was a little too big and I had some extra hanging off the lip and I didn't want to do that. And you can put these on first. The only reason why I didn't was because I wanted you guys to see the box without it before I added the extra to it. And you don't have to do this at all. I just figured it's almost St. Patrick's Day and why not, right? I just think that these will be so cute for candies or my pencils, all of my tools that I use, because it doesn't matter what kind of craft making you do, whether it's card making, scrapbooking, you have tools. Even my crochet needles, I think that would work perfect. And I just slid it under the brad. I don't know if I'm going to do it on the back or not. I haven't made up my mind, but do make sure that they're all going the right direction. Don't put them upside down unless you like to do it. And you could even flip it over and use that side because that side's just as cute. This is double-sided paper and I used it for photo mats with the gnome file that I did in the beginning of the month, and these were just extra scraps. So out of one sheet, you can actually get a lot of uses. You just have to make sure that you line your pieces up and you look where you cut everything out so you can make the most. Because in the big Shamrock, this part I'm actually going to use. I'm not going to waste that. I can cut out another Shamrock even, or something smaller. I do have a die cut machine, and I'll just feed it through my electric die cut machine to cut out the little, I have little tags and stuff, and those will be perfect. But this box went together very quickly. I love the files. I went crazy. There are so many free files. So if you're not sure how you feel about doing something a little more complex, start with the free ones and you're going to love them. But look how cute this box is. And that's it, guys. It's done. That didn't take long at all, but I can stick my tools in here and whatever else, even just that way then, because these like to fall over and roll all around. But I just thought I can even fill it up with some candies for my daughter. My son, they'd be probably white chocolate, even though they'd be brown when I bought them, because they'd be so old by the time my son got around to getting any of them. But you guys have a good day, and thanks for watching. Take care.